So in what ways do teachers need to think differently about classroom management?
I think teachers need to move from managing children to empowering children. And as I think about how our shift in thinking with classroom management has to happen, I recall a powerful educational experience for me. When I was studying doctoral studies, one of the first classes they had us do is they had us think about whether we see people as basically good or basically bad. And right away you think, oh, I see everybody as good. And they said, okay, now take the next few weeks and just watch your interactions as to what you're doing. And it was really an enlightening moment, because when we see quotation marks bad, we want to control. And when we see good, we want to empower. And I think with children, we want to develop their internal compass in life. And so I think that big shift is needed.
What's the biggest classroom management misstep teachers make?
The first one I think of as far as a mistake that we make in classroom management is there was that old adage, don't smile until Christmas. And the thing that's so important in a classroom and being an educator and creating a learning community is that we have to develop relationships. We have to develop trust with the kids. We have to give them choice. We have to be there listening and affirming and developing that whole piece. And without that, we really won't go very far academically or in any direction with them.
Name one classroom management technique or approach that can be a lifesaver.
A classroom management technique that I think could be a lifesaver is one that Rick Smith, I read in one of his books. I think it was called Conscious Classroom Management. And it was called 2 by 10. And basically it was taking 2 minutes every day to talk to a child and to talk to them on something personal, not necessarily anything academic, and do that for 10 days straight and see the change that will happen within that relationship. Another tip could be including kids in developing the environment in that room. So typically we want to give rules, and if we would just develop more norms as a classroom and maybe be thinking almost in Art Costa style, a norm would be listening with empathy and understanding. A norm would be having perseverance and being persistent in our work and being flexible, as opposed to do not do this, do not do that, do not do this type of thing.
Can identifying the root cause of misbehavior help teachers respond more effectively?
Absolutely. Often the misbehaviors are hidden. There's a deeper piece going on there. An example could be with a child misbehaving, and maybe the root cause could be the executive function skill of focusing. So maybe they don't know what to focus on, or they can't sustain their focus. So establishing clear purposes for children, making sure we're pacing lessons, giving them processing time, all those things would be more hitting at the root cause of the problem, as opposed to maybe behavior that's kind of blatantly occurring in that classroom.